What's up, man?
Hello.
Congratulations on the victory. So at the end of round 2, your coach James Krause is screaming in your face, calling you sort of names and saying, "We need a finish." Did you know for every second of that third round you could still get a finish?
I feel like I'm one of the most dangerous guys in the UFC. I feel like I'm dangerous from round 1 to round 3, and that's a tribute to my cardio, my conditioning team, my coaches. I feel like I can finish the fight at any time, and I definitely proved that tonight.
Did you need that kick at the end of the second round, or did you know as well that it could be going either way and perhaps you needed that finish?
I'm always hunting the finish, whether I'm up or down. I don't get paid for overtime. In fact, I get paid less the farther it goes. So I definitely think that chasing the finish and showing that you can finish at any time, even when you're ahead or behind or whatever it was, you're going to get rewarded for that. I truly believe that I'm going to get $50,000 for that finish. It's one of the latest finishes in a 3-round fight, and I definitely think that I deserve the 50 Gs.
I don't think there's many people who could argue with you. It was sensational. To get a finish that late with 2 seconds, 1 second left, does that make it more special just to get it in the nick of time?
Sure. I mean, I'd rather it have been 1 second into the first round, but yeah, absolutely. As long as it's a win and a finish, I'm a happy man. I wasn't super appreciative of my performance. I definitely want to go back with my coaches, watch the fight, and figure out what we need to work on. But I got the W, 17-1. It's rankings and legends from here on out.
Nice work. There's a nasty cut you had in the fight. How many stitches have we got in that one?
I didn't count. I think it's like 3 or 4, but it's all right. I remember he hit me, and my one loss is I was in on a double leg, and the dude elbowed me and put me out. And I had flashbacks to that, and I was like, oh no! And it's funny because that was my last fight at 155. And so that was the fight that told me I needed to go down in a weight class. And then I'm moving back up. I'm a grown man now, and I'm moving up to 155. And that just kind of flashed back into my head. I was like, oh no, oh no. But yeah, I saw the blood, and that just brought the animal out of me, so I'm good.
When you have that moment of, oh no, is it just literally, not fear, I suppose, but just like, not again, not again?
Yeah, right. No, absolutely. One of my best attributes is how clear I am in the cage. I remember everything that's going on. I'm very coherent with what's going on. I can hear my coaches perfectly. I feel everything though, so that's one downside to it. The nice thing is you can see things coming and you can adjust to stuff on the ground, and I love that. The downside is when things aren't going your way, and when you get hit, so it's got its ups and downs, and I'm happy. We got the win.
Last thing for me, a couple of call-outs. I know you said to Mr. Felder he doesn't follow you on Instagram.
I haven't checked my phone, but he better follow me. Paul, if you're watching this, you better follow me.
He's still out there. You can go get him right now.
He would whoop my ass right now. I'm tired.
And for your other call-out?
Clay Guida. He said he wanted an up-and-comer. He said that he wanted somebody with less than 10 fights in the UFC. He said he wants somebody coming off a win. That's me. I fit all of his criteria. Also, I've already beat up 2 guys on his team. He's allowed to come and get that one back for them.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I believe that is the latest lightweight finish for a 3-round fight. So in a sense, you've already kind of made history at this point. Is that kind of nice outside of the win? I'm sure the win is great, but is it nice to know that for sure you already have a piece of history out there?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love this sport so much. I watch the guys that have the records, and I look up to those guys. And so now I have my own record. That's really cool. No one can ever take that away from me. I've accomplished something in my life. That's great. Let's move on and get more wins.
And right after the fight was done, there was a lot of emotion on your face. It was right after that. Was part of that for the fact of that you had inside, you knew that you could get that finish, I guess what was initially on your thoughts? Was it just, I can't believe I did this, I knew I could do this? What was going on in your head right at that moment?
At featherweight, I feel like I didn't hit hard. Even with my ground and pound, and you can hear the thud, it was always in my mind how tired I was and how my limbs were so heavy and I just couldn't hit hard. So then moving up to 155, I felt like that was going to be an even bigger issue. And it turns out it wasn't. I've got that extra 10 pounds of oomph in it. So it's really cool to see the grappler, the grinder, the guy who pushes for the submission, get the knockout win, and on the ground against that an opponent of his level. It was just a really special moment for me, and no matter what happens in the future, I'm going to remember this moment for the rest of my life.
That's awesome. If you could kind of clue us in, what was the game plan for him coming into this fight?
That was the game plan. Push the pace, push him against the cage, beat him up a little bit. I knew he was going to be really, really hard to take down. at the beginning of the round, I wanted to give a really big explosive takedown just to see, if I could get it. And he popped right back up, and I just knew that I was going to wear on the gas tank. And then in the third round, I could feel it, that quit. There are so many different forms of quitting. There's I give up, there's here's my neck, and then there's not getting up when you know you have to get up in a close fight. And I could feel him say, all right, man, you can have this round. We'll see if I get lucky with the judges. But I decided to take it out of the judges' hands.
When you said that, I thought it would be really cool if you said, hey, guys, I want to go in and get a finish at the third round at 4:59. That's the game plan. That would have been pretty baller. If you don't mind sharing, I know that going into that third round, James was really getting on you. You need to do this. You need to do this. There was a moment right after you had finished and you had celebrated, you went over and you congratulated all your team. He grabbed you off to the side and whispered something in your ear. If you don't mind sharing, what was he telling you at that moment?
He said, I honestly don't remember, so sorry.
That's all right. It just looked like one of those moments where he could probably tell you, like, see what I told you? If you do, and if you believe and you can do it. I didn't know if some of that sort of stuff came out, but it looked like a unique moment. I just didn't know if you remembered what was shared.
I do remember what he said, but that's between me and him.
Very cool. All right, so it sounds like you put the name up for Guida, but looking at 2021, what sort of goals are you setting for yourself to get by the end of this year?
It's legends and rankings from here on out. I want to fight guys that are ranked, and I want to fight guys that have big names, I don't think that I've proven myself quite yet at 155. I think that a win over Clay Guida, especially after him saying, he's the one who said, I want a young up-and-comer. I want somebody at 155. I want somebody with less than 10 UFC fights. I'm your guy, Clay Guida. I'm hurt. My leg's bruised up. I got stitches in my head, and I will make time for you. I will make time. I will wait until these are healed, and I will cut the weight, and I will come fight you. I've already beaten up 2 guys from his camp. He's got the opportunity to come get it back for him. I'm the guy.
How much medical suspension did they tell you? How much time away did they?
I think it's just like until I get the stitches out, which is like 14 days.
Okay. And if you do get the 50 G's, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know yet. Probably buy Bitcoin.
Smart man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.